My name is Coach Nika. I'm with Bruceville Softball. And I know I met a couple of you guys a little bit earlier, and truly very similar to Mr. Brown. I did not know I was going to be speaking to some football players today. But you guys may have sisters, you may have cousins, you may know someone that plays a sport, a female that plays softball or plays some type of sport. With our organization, we are a tad bit different. Every time we start practice, we always start off with a quote. And with that quote, I always have my girls think about how it's going to impact them during practice, and then we talk about it at the end of practice as well. So before I do that, before I share with you something a little bit more about our organization, I'm going to share with you a quote to have in your mind. I'd rather regret the risk that didn't work out than the chances I didn't take at all. That's Simone Biles. You all know who that is? Simone Biles? Okay. The reason why I bring that up, and also the reason why I bring up a female athlete as well, is because some men still think in the position that women shouldn't play sports, or women don't play sports. And what we do is not comparable to what boys do. So in that, I want to share with you a couple of things. First, I'm going to share with you in regards to with softball, we don't just, obviously, very similar to baseball, we don't just go out there with the bat and catch the ball with the glove. We also put in a lot of hard work as well. And a lot of work and drills that we do is very similar to what y'all do in football. My husband played football and also ran track as well. So a lot of things that we do with our organization, we incorporated from a full sports position, sports training, but also from a mental aspect as well too. So we help our girls in regards to the mental health, because knowing from a female's perspective that emotional support is a great support to have with you as a sisterhood, but it's very similar, we find, also as a brotherhood as well. So our why in regards to that is that, and sorry. So that's why it matters at the same time too, because these are going to be your girlfriends, these will be your sisters or your cousins and things of that nature. These are women within our communities that we're going side by side with, even if we're not playing the same sport. So what we also help our girls do is also transitioning their profile sheets into resumes. So obviously this is high school, so how many of you guys have football profile sheets? Okay, how many of you ever heard of a profile sheet? Okay, so how many of you ever heard of Combine? How many ever attended a form of Combine, high school to go to college? Okay, so we're getting somewhere there. We do the same thing in regards to softball. Our girls go to a Combine, which is showing their skills to college coaches. Our girls also meet with those college coaches. We met with UC Davis, Grambling State, College of Redwood. We do one-on-one interviews with them as well too, to get our girls more knowing what it takes to go to college. Can somebody tell me one thing that a coach looks for you to go to college to play football? Grades, yeah. What else? Effort, yeah. What else? Need one more. Size, yeah. Did you know that your family matters as well? Did you know that when you walk out off of your bus and your family that's cheering for you in the stand, how crazy their acting actually affects the coach looking at you for a player to go play on their team? Did you know that? Yeah. Did you know that when you walk up in Crocs plays a factor as well? Versus look at the boys, look at Mahomes. How does he go into the game? Look at the outfit he wears. It's not just for you guys, it's for his family too. So one thing I always say to my girls is that you're representing what you have on the front of your chest, which is your school, what you have on the back of your jersey, which is your family's name, and then in the front, most definitely always representing you. Okay? So I'm gonna go back to that quote again one more time. Let me ask one of you guys to tell me what that means to you. Once again, it was, I'd rather regret the risk that didn't work out than the chances I didn't take at all. Somebody tell me what that means to you. One person. Let me say it again. It's okay, I'm used to this. My girls do the same thing. I'd rather regret the risk that didn't work out than the chances I didn't take at all.
I'm not going to get anything out of not time.
Exactly. Thank you. And I say that to you because the last thing I will share with you, because there's other things that, again, that we help with our girls, not just playing softball, because we're helping them to utilizing softball as a tool to get them to stay in school and get to school. So how many of you have ever heard of a SWOT analysis? Anybody? So SWOT means, yes. You've heard it? Okay, all right. Anybody possibly know what the acronym means? It's SWOT. SWOT. Your strength, your weakness, opportunities, and threats. So think about it this way. Can somebody name a strength that you have for yourself? Nobody has any strength? Okay. How about a strength as your team? You guys are one team or two teams? Two teams. JV and varsity? Okay. So can anybody name what the strength would be for your team?
Leadership.
Chemistry. Good, good. Weakness. What's your weakness? No weakness?
Just doing stupid stuff sometimes.
Doing stupid stuff, okay. So what's your opportunities? No opportunities? You guys won every single game this season, or y'all haven't started yet? So far, you won them all? So no opportunities at all? Not even an opportunity to have the other team not score at all? Right? Unless you guys are doing that every single time. I mean, win section. Okay, there you go. Thank you. How about your threats? What's your threats? Snore. Okay. So those are the type of things that we work with our girls, and the reason why I want to share with you all, because you may not have ever thought about it even with playing your sport, but also how it rolls over into your reality, your life, right? That your strengths of you, the weakness of you, your opportunities and your threats, transitioning that from being a high schooler to a college athlete, and a college athlete to actually being within our society, or going pro, whichever, you're still within our society. So thank you for your opportunity. Thank you, Coach. Thank you for putting this on. Get your mind right. Thank you all for the opportunity for letting us share with you a little bit about Bruceville Softball.